So what is sort of work that your team's doing around employee listening of what is your newly remote workforce? And are you using active and passive data sources to do that?
I couldn't be prouder of our team. So Joanne Hulin, who runs that team for us, is a very, very sophisticated thinker in these areas. So what we've done is incorporated both kind of just weekly question-based pushes of data that would actually serve two purposes for us. One is it helps us get some intel and information. But, in times like this, sometimes asking a question can also send a message too. So by asking a single focused question of how are you faring and what has benefited you the most, it also does project something that I truly feel, which is we want to know and that you are benefiting and that you are okay in doing that too. So where we can both incorporate listening with messaging, we find that to be quite helpful. We do have we do look as well in a very appropriate way at our internal social channels, and where we can pick up patterns, we do, and then we try to help unlock a roadblock. So we found an instance where there was a technology issue in one part of the world as well. It seems like it wasn't detected as well, so we were able to get that messaging on to kind of help to unlock value as well, or even just talk to senior leadership and help them really understand the extent to which the crisis is being talked about, and particularly in a company that is a focal point for medicines, that, and particularly vaccines as well. You would expect that would be highly engaged in this topic, and we are highly engaged in this topic. And particularly content that seems that we get a lot of reactions on include our own employees that have taken themselves offline from their day jobs and volunteered either in a hospital or in a clinical setting of some sort. One of the underreported facts inside of pharmaceutical companies is we have a lot of medical doctors, and we have a lot of nurses that work inside of the organization. And so when this happens, there's been multiple stories and kind of instances of.
Yeah, and it's interesting because doing the passive analysis or the passive listening helps you, as you said, identify issues that you might not otherwise pick up from active surveys, and also highlights things that you might want to ask deeper questions on through the next survey or something. So the two really do flow together, don't they?
They do, and it's. I think everyone is learning how to listen more deeply to thousands of voices as well, and doing that in a way that is appropriate and that is comfortable and that is with the intent of help. That's the critical path for me to make sure that we're moving the company forward.
In this series, we will be speaking to a range of senior leaders who are pushing a data-driven and digital HR agenda. Make sure that you subscribe via your podcast app of choice and also via our YouTube channel for free and regular interviews with the digital HR leaders of the future.